Hi, Mark Reedy here. Just wanted to quickly go over the top 12 improvements to TATEMS in version 4.5.10 to 4.5.14. And first up, we have the ability to choose a customer when a duplicate equipment number is detected when you're adding a new piece of equipment. So if we go over here to TATEMS and say I'm going to add a new piece of equipment that is also 33, and I'm going to click Add New Equipment. I'm going to choose 33, click OK. You can see here that I can choose, the current customer down here is in-house, but I'm going to change that to test. That's the other customer we have available. Now, if there was no other customer available, you could type in a new customer right here. So I could just type in AAA, for example, and then just click OK. Ask me if I want to add it. I'm going to say OK. Click OK. Click OK. You can see AAA is the customer that's been added here, and this new equipment number 33 is a customer of AAA. So that's that part. And then the next one is number 2 here. We've changed the default customer when adding a new piece of equipment so that the customer alphabetically in the list is chosen. So if we go over here to when you're adding a new piece of equipment, this list here is alphabetical, and so basically what's going to happen is when I add a new piece of equipment, now AAA will be the default customer. If you've got a customer that has a lower letter, like starting with a T or a Z or whatever, if you put a dash and a space in front of the customer name, then you'll be able to have that as your default customer. I think in the future we'll probably have a checkbox in the customer form here under forms that would say default customer, for example, and then that would always be the default customer when you're adding a new piece of equipment. All right, and so let's see, the next step is we've also added a new report under Reports, More Reports, Work Orders, called Work Orders Total Cost by Service by Vendor. So let's go look at that, and I'm going to go over here to the Work Orders tab here, and I'm going to look at a work order, and you can see the service by here is our shop in that particular case. So let me see if this customer has more than, they've got multiple potential service by vendors. So I'm going to click save and close that. We're going to go over to Reports, and then More Reports, change this to Work Orders, and we're going to scroll down, and it's this report right here, and we can choose a date range from and to, and you can put in the service by that you want to look at, or you can just leave that blank to bring them all up. So if I click on Preview here, this is going to show me all the service by vendors and how much you've spent there over the course of time. This is basically all time, but if you put a date range in, it would limit that to show you how much you spent, in the last week, the last month, the last year, last 5 years, etc. So that's that report. We'll close that out. Go over here. And we've also changed the sorting on the reports found under Reports, More Reports, the Needed Maintenance and Repairs, and Repairs Completed reports to allow sorting by equipment number or sort order and the date ascending or descending order. So if we go back in here and go to Reports, More Reports, and it's these two right here, Maintenance, Needed Maintenance and Repairs, and you can see the sorting we've added here, same here, and the Repairs Completed, and you can see the sorting we've added there. So that's what we've added to there, and let's have a look at the next one. We've added filtering and sorting to the Needed Maintenance and Repairs tab and the Repairs Completed tab. And let me go to this next one also. We've also added the, when you click the checkbox to move a Needed Maintenance and Repairs to Repair Completed, it'll ask you if you want to delete it from the Needed Maintenance and Repairs tab. So let's go ahead and look at those features and close this out. And we'll go over here to the Needed Maintenance and Repairs and Repairs Completed. So you can see here we've got the sorting buttons at the top of each column. You can sort by description, completed date, complete by date, and you can choose to look at either all of them, only the non-completed ones, or only the completed ones. And the same thing here with repairs completed. There's no filter here, but you can sort by the repairs, any of these columns here: odometer, hours, date, cost, repairs. And now I'm just going to show you a quick test on what happens here. And we'll go ahead and put a completed date, complete by, completed date. Now if I click on OK to transfer to repairs, it's going to pop up and ask me if I want to delete test, which is the description here, from the needed maintenance repairs tab. I'm going to click yes, and then we go over here. You can see it was deleted. It's no longer here, and it's been transferred over here. So that's a way to keep that your needed maintenance repairs tab tidied up, so that it doesn't get full of needed maintenance repairs that you don't want to see a history on. And let's see, next up, go to number 7 here, and we've optimized the reminders pop-up screen to increase the speed to pop-up by over 300%, especially in a network environment. So basically, under forms and the reminders pop-up, you see we've also added a little progress message here, lets you know that it's working, and even if it says it's not responding, just wait, and it will go ahead and pop up with your information. This particular database is fairly large. It's about 360 records, and it's got a lot of information in it. And in the past, over a network environment, this particular reminders pop-up took almost 5 minutes. Now it'll take, over a network, this particular one might take about 45 seconds. We're not on a network right now, but you can see here they've got 320 loop service reminders. This database has not been updated in quite a while, so you have a lot of reminders in here. So there's that, and let's see here. So we've also changed the sales tax field for work orders to always pull from the default sales tax rate in my company information. So let's have a look at that. Close this. Go to work orders. First of all, I'm going to look at my company information. And you can see here they don't have a default sales tax rate. So if I just click 8 here and just save that, and then now if I go to new work order, you can see here that 8% is added. All right. Also, if you say you open up an old work order like this, it's not going to override it with the 8%. If you do want to pull the default sales tax rate into a work order that either has a 0 tax rate amount, or you had some arbitrary other tax rate from, say, another county or something, but you want to be the default sales tax rate, you can click on this D percentage sign here and ask you if you want to use it, and you say yes, and that'll put that default sales tax rate in there for you. Click on update, and that'll update your totals for you. So we'll save and close that, and let's see here. Next up, we updated the default sort order on the equipment list when you first open TATEMS, so that it always starts by the sorting by equipment number order. So basically that means in the past it was sorting by the ID number, which is not a number that you would actually see or know about. It's an underlying number, like basically the order that they were entered into the system. But now it'll always sort, when you start TATEMS, it'll sort by the equipment number field here. So, and the next step, we've added a Show All Dates button to the Fuel Log tab, so that any potential, say you can see any potential date entry mistakes of dates that might be out of your chosen range. So let's go back and look at that. And if we go over here to the Fuel Log and see if I update this criteria, and even if I go back to, say, 2000, for example, update the criteria, you can see this back here, it goes back to, cancel that, it goes back to 2008, but all the way through 2012. But sometimes people make data entry mistakes, and they might miss a number here. For example, and you'll see this in a second, maybe 209, and they missed a digit. Or maybe on the other end of the spectrum, they might have put in 2112. So you would never see that by using these two criteria here. You'd have to go like way out into the future and way into the past. So now if you click on Show All Dates, and then if we sort by entry date here, now it's going to show me the earliest date in the system that's been used. And you can see here that we've had two where 209 was used instead of 2009. So that's how you can correct those data entry mistakes and how you can find them in the system, so they will be displayed now. And next up, we've added a dynamic label that displays at the top of the fuel log tab to tell you what criteria you're currently viewing. So that's up here, this blue bar, fuel log currently viewing, all dates. If I click on update criteria, you can see the date criteria we're currently viewing. And finally, we've changed the displayed fuel log entries to stick to the last sorting and criteria chosen when navigating between equipment. So now if you click on a different piece of equipment, it's going to save that same criteria and display it in your list here. Even if I were to sort by one of these other fields here, it would change it. It would keep the sorting. See, so I'm going to do miles traveled lowest to highest. If I go to this one, it's doing miles traveled lowest to highest. And that's it for this video. I hope this has been helpful for you. And thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care.